Tom Brady, a name known by many households, arguably one of the biggest legends known to ever play in the NFL. This American football player is extraordinary at what he does, but did you know there's actually a lot that we don't actually know about him? So in today's video, I thought I'd take the time to go through 10 facts you didn't actually know already about Tom Brady. Some of these facts are pretty shocking, so make sure you leave a comment down below which fact you thought was most crazy about Tom Brady. Starting things off in 10th place, we do indeed have the fact that he actually fell asleep just before his first ever Super Bowl. Literally 12 minutes before the Super Bowl actually begun and his team had to be marching out onto the football pitch, Tom Brady woke up from a half-hour nap. He actually fell asleep in the locker room literally before the Super Bowl, but thankfully he did wake up just in time. After the game, he quoted, "I wasn't intending to sleep, but I think I dozed off for 20 to 30 minutes. He went on, "It wasn't like I was so relaxed, I just didn't realise the importance of the game. I just felt like I was very prepared." So there we go, not only did we learn that he actually fell asleep before his first ever Super Bowl appearance, we actually learned that he's actually not too overly relaxed, he's just an incredibly prepared player. And one of the only players that actually learns every single potential move before actually entering on the pitch. Something that all quarterbacks are meant to do, however, not all obviously do. Now coming in our 9th place spot, another fact you didn't know about Tom Brady is in fact his talent for other sports as well as football. When he went into high school, he actually not only played football, but baseball and golf also. Many people knew that he was a great football player, obviously, and even a very good baseball player at that. However, very few people even knew that Brady even was interested in golf, let alone played it in his free time. Where Brady was one of 4 children, however, the only boy, his father always took him out to golf every single Sunday as a boy. This was him and his father's boy time to go and relax, and they would normally go down to the golfing range at around 6 AM every single Sunday and play for a few hours before coming home to go to church at 11 AM. Very sweet, and many years of practice definitely got his skills up to play against other people in golf. Now moving on to our next fact we didn't actually know about Tom Brady, it is in fact how strict of a diet he's actually on. Now obviously there's some sort of restrictions that football players can and can't eat. However, most offenders tend to eat a lot of meat and not really care too much about calories, and Brady being the quarterback is completely different to this. Being a quarterback, he does aim to have a slightly slender physique, and Brady definitely does have a much stricter diet than most other quarterbacks, however. He's on a strict AB-20 diet. This means 80% of his diet is literally just vegetables. However, he actually refuses to eat specific vegetables at that. The ones that are inflammatory, such as mushrooms, tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants. This doesn't affect Brady at all though, as he still consumes enough, and he actually said that his treat is avocado ice cream. Wow, that's pretty much crazy since most people would see that as a very healthy alternative and not a treat at all. However, thankfully, he obviously has an incredible nutritionist who obviously plans the perfect meals to keep Brady not only in top-notch shape and full of energy to play to the best of his ability, but also to actually enjoy his food. This includes seasonal changes in his meals, like red meats in the winter, as well as fresh salads in the summer. Don't get confused by the red meat part though, because primarily his diet is vegan. Now moving on to 7th place, we do actually have the fact that he was actually a backup throughout his college years. Before he made it big in the NFL, he was actually a backup for years and years in his college football team. He spent his time here watching and perfecting his knowledge and skill, which paid off immensely when it came to his time to shine in the sport. He had faith in himself, however was sensible, so he even decided to write a resume one day, just in case he didn't make it. That, however, was never needed, as he went on to be one of the most legendary quarterbacks of all time. Moving on in 6th place now, we do indeed have the fact that he's been in the most Super Bowls compared to any other NFL player in the world. With a total of 9 Super Bowl appearances, this is just phenomenal. Whereas most players can only dream of being in one, Brady sure has worked unbelievably hard to get where he is today. He's went on to win many of these Super Bowls that he's actually appeared in, but it goes to show a good quarterback really really can carry a team through a victory. Now moving into our 5th place fact about Tom Brady is in fact that he actually bought his first house off of a former quarterback. When Brady was the 4th string quarterback, he decided to buy his first ever house off of Ty Law, even though he knew he couldn't actually afford it at the time. Because of this, it meant he had to share it with other players so bills could actually get paid at the end of every month, but he clearly had enough faith in himself that made him believe he would be able to afford this property in the long run, which is why he bought it in the first place. He obviously did go on to be able to afford this and now owns his very own property with his family. I think this is a great motivation for everyone to focus on, to be more confident in yourselves and believe in your own abilities, as people seem to doubt themselves too much these days, and you really should have some faith in yourself. But moving on to our 4th place spot now, what do we have? Well, it is indeed that Brady is the 2nd most paid NFL player in history. Yes, that's right, the 2nd most paid NFL player in the world, having earned $261.8 million in his 21-year NFL career. He made his money through many ways, not just from being one of the best quarterbacks ever to exist. Methods including endorsement deals like Under Armour, Beats by Dre, Schultz, and Incel, and even more advertisements. Which leads us swiftly into our 3rd fact, which is indeed that his wife is worth more than him. Yes, that's crazy to believe that the 2nd most paid NFL player actually has a wife who's worth even more than he is. It's been said that Brady's earnings with his wife's combined come together at an estimated net worth of $580 million, which is just incredible. And if you're wondering what exactly Brady's wife does, she is in fact a model, but not any model, the highest earned model in the world. Wow, what a couple. So coming in now in 2nd place, we do indeed have the fact that he is an incredibly fast beer drinker. Now, this is a very random fact, I know, especially due to the fact that Brady very rarely even drinks alcohol due to his strict diet that we spoke about earlier. He clearly got enough practice in college drinking beer fast, as he can do it in honestly an astounding speed. And he even proved it to us all racing Stephen Colbert on The Late Show.
Ready? I left a little.
Just wow. That was super quick and very impressive, you have to admit. But coming in now in our 1st spot fact that you didn't know about Tom Brady, and it is indeed that he hasn't changed his shoulder pads since 1995. Yeah, that's crazy, right? For over 20 years, Brady has worn the same pads, something that most people would definitely never do. This is because they can get worn and newer ones are proven to be a better fit and build. However, he's had them refurbed over the years, making sure they're still fully optimizable and functional, obviously, to protect him. However, he says that it's kind of a ritual to him, as he knows what they're like and is comfortable with them, and doesn't want to change them out because apparently they give him good luck, which honestly is proven to do over the years, since he has, remember, been in 9 different Super Bowls. So honestly, Brady, don't change them pads. But there you guys go, that is indeed 10 top facts that you didn't know about Tom Brady. An incredible football player that's name is going to be known in families for generations down the line. Remember to like this video if you have enjoyed, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching guys, and see you next time.